Welcome, everybody, to episode 29 of Smack Talk here at smarkoutmoment.com. I am your host, as always, Tony Mango. With me today, just Mike Brahan. Everybody's kind of busy doing their own thing and kind of can't get together for this, but we'll try to get everybody for the next week's show, episode number 30.
I think we should fire the staff. We should start...
Including myself.
Yeah, we should, man. We should just fire everybody from the show who pisses you off, including... Oh, wait, I'm the one who actually pisses you off the most. No, actually, we should just... Yeah, they haven't done anything wrong. It's fine.
Yeah, before we get started, if you guys can't tell, my allergies are friggin' killing me today. The pollen alert around my area is like, danger, you're all gonna fucking die kind of thing. And it shows. So, dealing with that. You'll hear a lot of sniffling for this episode. Contrary to what Mike was thinking earlier, I am not just doing blow during this whole episode.
Yes, he's lying. Actually told me that he's doing it. He's sniffing it. I can see white powder on his nose right now.
It's actually heroin. Not even joking about that. I'm like the most militant anti-drug person that there is.
Cocaine. It's a hell of a drug.
Well, anyway, let's get started with this. So let's go into the Ask Him, and since I got last week right, I have one for you this time. I'm going to keep it a little simple.
It's not my mum, but yeah, go on.
I'm going to keep it a little simple, and just tell you a couple names, and you have to fill in the blank.
Oh, God.
Aaron Grundy, Klondike Mike, Norman the Lunatic, Makan Singh. Give me the two others.
Okay, so Aaron Grundy,
Klondike Mike, Makan Singh, and Norman the Lunatic. And there's two blanks here. Actually, three. Okay. But I'm not gonna quiz you about the one of them because it's the person's real name. So you might not necessarily know that. I didn't know until I looked. Aaron Grundy. Bastion Booger, you got that.
Big Ben Sharp. Cousin Mike.
Oh, there's actually more than that.
Friar Ferguson.
Friar Ferguson.
Mike. Mad Monk. Mark and Singh. Man Mountain Mike. Man Mountain Mike Moore. Mike Shaw. Mike Striker. Norman the Lunatic. Trucker Norm. And Anthony Nwango. No, I'm joking. That's Michael P. Shaw, otherwise known in the WWE as Bastion Booger.
The correct answer was Jacques Rougeau.
He actually kind of looks like my dad. That's kind of scary.
Good job. I was expecting Bastion Booger and Friar Ferguson.
Well, I did give you a lot of them, so all these other names.
All right, well, you got that, so you get the next week.
I just want everybody out there. He was trained by Killer Kowalski. I know, the same guy who trained Triple H, right? His finisher was the sit-down powerbomb, and he also used falling slam and scoop slams, and he was really fat. Now let's get on to the rest of the show.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's go into the hot tags. First of which, Mark Henry is getting surgery, or possibly by this point has already undergone the surgery to fix all the problems that he's been dealing with recently, the groin injury and all that kind of stuff. And he said that if he doesn't come back 100%, that he might necessarily be retiring. Of course, I hope that he comes back perfectly fine and keeps wrestling as long as possible, because I think he's been doing a great job so far. But a WWE without Mark Henry, a little weird. Most people talk about a WWE without Undertaker or Triple H or John Cena and all that, but even one without Mark Henry, he's always kind of filled a little bit of a void, and I'm curious to see what that would be without it, but I want him there as long as possible. What do you think?
Well, the way I see it, Henry has a lot more to give to the industry. You know, and as you said, he's always filled in a certain role, so he's like filled in roles in the lower card, mid card, upper mid card, you know, and also in the main event quite recently. I hope he does come back. If he doesn't, it's not the end of the world
Yep.
because they can use someone else to fill his role as the dominant man. But I do hope he does come back. Wish you well, Mark Henry.
Yep. Uh, moving on from sexual chocolate.
It's sexual, baby. I want to give you.
Raw is apparently going to be 3 hours
Woohoo!
permanently starting on July 23rd, and rumor has it might be a pre-show. To me, this all kind of depends on what they're gonna do. If it's a pre-show and it's all just the recap stuff, I would love that because that would mean I could skip it every single week, and the other 2 hours would actually be shit I would want to watch. If it's a pre-show and it's all that extra crap, and then they run that stuff still on the 2 hours, I'm gonna be furious. So I hope that that's not the case. And if they end up doing something where they take that extra hour and they throw in a Tyson Kidd match or something like that just to try to make you watch it throughout all of the recap stuff, well, then there's just more stuff for me to press fast forward on the DVR from. But I don't know. It all kind of depends on what this is. But the thing I was thinking of here that I think is a little odd, that's going to mean that each Raw episode is going to be the same amount of time roughly as each pay per view. And I don't know how they're going to get out of that situation without it either diminishing the pay-per-views or making Raw seem very, very annoying in comparison. But what do you think's going on with this? Pre-show, good thing, bad thing, not even a pre-show.
I don't think it's a pre-show. What they're talking about is having like an extra hour added onto programming. As long as I don't fill it up with freaking John Cena, then I want to have an issue, or fill it up with freaking something that's been covered about 20 million at different times. If they do the right thing with it and use it to showcase proper talent, I ain't got an issue.
The first episode is going to be let's show you what happened with Brock Lesnar last month.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? If they're doing that, then fuck that. They should just leave it at 2 hours.
They just run an hour's worth of I'm an ass kicker and I curse in my promos, but you bleep it out because it's PG.
Yeah.
Speaking of the whole switching things up. NXT, that Full Sail University, and all that kind of stuff is going to be running soon, so we got to check that out. But one of them,
They've
uh,
actually filmed that at the moment.
yeah, I'm excited to see it, and also one of the other reasons is because Dusty Rhodes is going to be the new GM. So I was kind of hoping that Dace would be on this episode so that we could break off into a Dusty thing, but uh, I don't know. Dusty to me is one of those guys that I'm going to be excited to see him for at least a little bit if I can watch this show, if it's watchable. If Dusty gets too much Dusty, it's going to kind of make things seem a little crazy. But for at least a little bit, I'm excited to see him.
Everyone knows my son got fired. He got fired because you're on crack.
Mm.
But yeah, I hope it does look pretty good. I don't understand it. I don't know what they're doing with next. Why they need a general manager in the first place. If it means a recruitment drive and the show's going to actually, get a decent push for the guys coming up from developmental, then fine. I still think I'm still an advocate of just getting rid of the freaking program in the first place and just having FCW replace it.
It looks like that's what might be what they're doing.
Well, they're having both of the shows at Full Sail University. So I don't know what their actual plan is because they haven't actually stated why. But
It's worth looking into.
yeah, exactly.
And then the whole new Stars of the Future thing. WWE has signed Ric Flair's daughter, and TNA has signed Brooke Hogan. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know. Apparently, Brooke Hogan is like, the next fucking great thing in wrestling now. I guess they're past the Garrett Bischoff thing.
I can see it now. Brooke Hogan versus Garrett Bischoff, TNA World Title, 2013. People.
Are you giving them credit that it's not the end of 2012?
Uh,
December 2012. That's what
uh, uh,
God watches that and just kills everybody.
no, I love what Sean Woolman said. He goes, Dixie Carter, heed my words. Your damn company will become part of WWE's tape library by the end of 2013. It made me laugh.
Well, I could see Brooke getting one of those stupid ideas where it's like, now that I'm in the company, how about we do a storyline with me and my dad? And how about it turns into the Knockouts division? And how about I just become a Knockouts tag champ? And how about after that I become the Knockouts champion for a little bit? And
Apparently, she is the Knockouts enforcer now. She's actually looks after the Knockouts.
that's
She's
ridiculous.
she's basically taken Karen Jarrett's old position.
And I don't know what the story necessarily is with Flair's daughter, but at least WWE has the sense, usually, of taking those people and putting them through developmental before they do anything.
And also
So,
signing people from a talented family. Brooke Hogan can't even have a singing career. So, unless she like gets a raspy voice and goes, "Let me tell you something, brother."
mm. Well, that's about it for the hot tags. I'm going to switch over here to part two, blow my nose a couple of times, and we'll be back as soon as possible right after that.